This is the fifth and final video for Excel Chapter 8 in the Microsoft Excel 2013 Comprehensive Textbook. We are on the bottom of page 523 where they explain slicers, and now we're going to go to page 524, and I'm on number 1 in the middle of 524. Create a copy of the average sale by department worksheet and then move the copy so that it precedes the sales analysis figures worksheet. So we want the average sale by department, which is the one we just finished here. And what we want to do is we want to copy, and it says create a copy. And where they want it to, they want it ahead of the sales analysis figures. So before sales analysis figures, click on OK. And now if I go down here and just make this a little smaller, it is to the left of the sales analysis figures, and we're going to rename this slicers. So right click on it, choose rename, and type slicers. And I want to apply the pivot style medium 6 to the pivot table. So let's go here and let's go to design and let's go to medium, and there's medium 6. And so now we've got blue highlights on the table. And on number 4, column widths for B and C should be 14. So let's select both of them at once, right click and do column width and type in 14, click on OK. And E and F should be 17, right click, column width 17, hit enter or click on OK. And go to B5 and C5 and wrap the text and center it. We already did that. Set the font size in A2 to 12 points. Let's click on this, and right now it is 13, so we'll make it 12. And if necessary, turn off the display of field headers and the plus or minus buttons, and I think we just did that as well, so those are no longer visible. And now we're on the top of page 525. Apply chart style 5 to the pivot chart, so let's click on this. And it looks like we're kind of just undoing everything that we just did a little bit ago. Go to design, and let's see, I'm on the wrong row. So let's go up to the top row here, and let's go to style number 5. And there's style number 5, and let's go to our quick colors, or change colors. And we want number 9, which I think is this one. Click on number 9. And now we should match figure 880 on the top of page 525. Okay. Now we're on the bottom of page 525, and if necessary, click the pivot chart to make it active. It's still active from the last thing that we did. Tap or click the Pivot Chart Tools Analyze tab on the ribbon, which is this one. Click the Insert Slicer button. And then we want check marks on the first 3 items: sales venue, department, and style. And now we're on the top of page 526. And click on OK. And now we get these little boxes here. And this should match what we see on the top of page 526. Now let's go to the bottom of page 526. And we want the title bar of the sales venue slicer, so click on that and drag it to column E. And I want it to end at the bottom of column 6, so let's do this and bring it up so it ends at the bottom of row 6. Okay. And then I want the department. Let's drag this out of the way for a minute. I want department right underneath it, and I probably want it the same width, and I want it to go to row 15. So let's narrow this one and end it on row 15, which is this row right here. And I'll bet we put style underneath that. No, we don't. We put style in column F. And upper left hand corner, put it in F1 up here. And then we're going to use the sizing handle so that it ends in row 15, and there we go. And now this should be pretty much what you see at the top of page 527. And we want to select all of them, so this one is currently selected. You can see the handles. Hold the control key down and select this one, and keep the control key down and select this one. And now we want to go to on the slicer tools options, we want to go to the height box and set the button height to 0.4. So I'm just going to type that in, hit enter when you're done, and now my buttons are bigger, and now I guess it's an exact match of what's on the top of page 527. Tap or click the slicer style light 5. So let's go here, and light number 5 is this one, and now everything's color coordinated. And then go to cell F17, which is down here, to deselect the slicers. Okay, now we want to hold down the control key, and then we want click children in the department slicer to remove the children data from the pivot table. So hold down the control key and click children in the department. So click children, and that will turn it off. And now we want to click on, click online in the sales venue. And click on other venues, and that will show us the data for other venues. And we're looking at men's and women's only. I'm getting a little scroll bar here, and so just get rid of that scroll bar. I'm just going to drag this down a little bit. It should get rid of the scroll bar for me. Okay, now let's go to page 529, and I want to click the clear filter button on the sales venue slicer, and now I'm getting everything. And click on it in the department slicer, so that removes the filters from department. And then go to the style slicer and click on custom, and now what we're going to see is the average aggregate data for the average sale of custom sneakers broken down by sales venue and department. And now let's go to page 530, and it says try different combinations, and you can do that on your own. If necessary, click custom in the style slicer to select it. It's already selected, and hold down the control key and then click on personalized, and now we've got both of them selected, and they're broken down by sales venue and department. And that brings us to the end of chapter 8.